Because to me, this is something that is special to the world. There's nothing else that looks like this across the world. So be it in Mexico or Dallas or anywhere, I think this is really special. Good morning, amigos from Teotihuacan. This morning we are here at the pyramids to explore for the day. If you're new around here, I'm Hillary Olahuera, and behind the camera is
Greg the Gringo, Ogoyo.
And today we have partnered with Amigo Tours, who picked us up in Mexico City, and we have made it here to the pyramids, so ready to explore.
How are you liking this hat? This place is crazy. We've only just explored this this small 400 by 400 area of Teotihuacan, and I feel like one thing I've learned is that they are still learning, by the archaeologists, are still learning a lot about this area. There's still a lot that is unknown.
Yeah, it sort of seems like there's barely anything that is known, and that information keeps changing as they're able to use georadar to look well below the Earth's surface, and seems like there's a lot to learn. Maybe we'll discover some things too. Okay, this place is way bigger than I thought. I had seen pictures of just the bigger pyramids, but I had no idea this whole thing was this big.
I didn't know there's this many pyramids.
I think this tour is great so far because we're with an archaeologist and he has so much information, but I feel like it is all extremely interesting. It's not, I don't feel the least bit bored, I don't feel the least bit disengaged. I think it's like,
helps put the
really
pieces together for stuff we've seen at the Museo Nacional de Antropología.
Yeah, we got all the way to Pulque, so full circle yet again.
Super interesting. There's so much information to take in, so much we're going to be leaving out in this video because we're still trying to soak it in, but it's just crazy as we're learning about it how advanced the Aztecs were. And actually Hillary and I had a discussion about the pronunciation of Aztecs because I think it should be
Aztecas.
Aztecs.
Aztecas.
Is it Aztecs or Aztecs? Aztecs, help us out here. But anyways, even before the Aztecs, the Olmecs, Mayans, and the Toltecs, is that what it is? Whomever built all of this, and it's just crazy how advanced they were with, he was kind of explaining how I think some people think that the Spanish came here and they were the advanced civilization and they came here and taught the natives everything, but that's not necessarily the case. I think the Spanish learned a ton from the systems they had here, and it's just
they had iPhones and iPads.
Almost, it does seem scary how advanced they were, but a lot of you already knew that. Some extra factoids for you, that both from our guide and what I found on the internet. Just for those of you who wanted a little bit more information, this was established. Teotihuacan, the city, was established around 100 years before Christ, 100 BC. So extremely old. It was around until the 7th or 8th century AD. I don't know how BC and AD translate into Spanish. Yeah, by the time the Aztecs found it, it had been, I can't remember the word, sitting in ruins for a while, and abandoned. It had been abandoned for 1,400 years almost. And it was a multi-ethnic city. So there's the Otomi, the Mixtec, Maya, and Nawa people here. So it's just extremely interesting, extremely interesting.
Okay, we've made it to the part I'm most excited about. We're in between the Pyramid of the Moon and the Pyramid of the Sun, which is actually interesting because this is supposedly what the Aztecs called these pyramids. But before the Aztecs ever inhabited this area, this Pyramid of the Sun was dedicated to the god of rain, and the Pyramid of the Moon was dedicated to the god of the water. So it's interesting how over time they sort of like morphed into different identities. We're having a great time. I know we can't mention enough the guide and how absolutely worth it we think it is. If Greg and I came here alone, I feel like we would just be looking at a bunch of mounds on a hill and it would have no real meaning.
Exactly.
So I think that the guide with Amigo Tours has totally been worth it so far. We're gonna put our exercise skills to use, one too many churros, and try to climb this thing.
Last tip, we chose the morning tour.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Whether you decide to come with the guide or not, the morning is definitely, because you can see there's people here. I expected it to be completamente lleno, pero...
See, it's 10:30 right now, and it's already getting busy. The sun is very, very intense here, so definitely would highly recommend. You have to wake up super early, but I think now that we're here, it's totally worth it.
Are you gonna buy one of these noisemakers?
I'm about to swat it out of her hands. Okay, made it to the top of the Pyramid of the Sun. Greg is trying to get some shots in 360. This is incredible. I feel how I felt on this Teotihuacan with the views, and the views, like any good video or photo, simply don't do this place justice. It's massive. I'm looking forward to the downhill climb. My knees are a bit nervous.
Okay, are you looking forward to this climb down? Climb down, does that make sense? Walk down?
You know, I think I'm gonna hurt in places I didn't know could hurt.
Okay, that's too much information.
What our 2 cents is worth. This is a must do in Mexico City. If you're here for a week or if you're here for a month.
I would say the real question is, you know, a lot of times we talk about if you come to Mexico City for just a few days, what we recommend, because a lot of people don't spend a ton of time here. So if you're coming here for a 4 or 5 day trip, a shorter trip, do you recommend?
I think this is different because to me this is something that is special to the world. There's nothing else that looks like this across the world. So be it in Mexico or Dallas or anywhere, I think this is really special. I can see how Mexicans are very, very proud that this is in their homeland, because I think this is probably one of the most incredible experiences we'll ever see.
We were supposed to meet our guide over here at 11:10, It's 11:12, so okay, we were late, but we're in Mexico.
No, by Mexican standards, we're still about 10 minutes early.
Yeah, so now we don't know where our guide is.
Guideless.
It's okay though, because he told us meet at gate 3 at 11:50 if we lose our group. So I do hope we find him though, because
he has interesting things to talk about.
A lot more interesting than us, eh?
Another especially unique experience in that you really get to explore. It's like a hands-on museum. So oftentimes I feel somewhat disengaged at museums because you can't touch, you can't get close to.
You have to be quiet, you can't dance.
So many rules, and here it feels cool because you can actually climb on the pyramids. There's plenty of space for everyone to explore. So it feels a lot more like a hands-on, very meaningful experience to me. Definitely. More so than a museum. And we get to be outside, and that's my favorite place.
And the most important part of the tour.
And drinks. Okay, we just got to this place. We're about to try tequila, pulque, mezcal, I don't know what else. Everybody on the bus is hungry with empty stomachs, so it should be fun.
This is a good idea, right? I ate way too much dessert. Sorry we didn't show that. Final thoughts on the whole tour itself?
I think the entire thing, and we have partnered with Amigo Tours today, obviously, but I know sometimes you guys think I exaggerate a little bit, but I really do think this is one of the best tours we've done. I think the tour guide couldn't have been any better. So informative. Such high energy throughout the entire thing. Yeah. I don't know how he did it because we were exhausted simply walking. They brought us to the place where we tasted a couple different types of alcohol. The tours, the amount of shopping was about perfect. The lunch, the buffet lunch is 205 pesos, and I think it's totally worth it. I think, depending on where you're coming from, that may be expensive, that may be inexpensive, but I think it's priced fairly. Yeah, I think it's priced fairly, and obviously there's some other tours that include food. And we haven't done them, but I think theirs is just, it's included, but it's built into the price. So, but the good thing here, since it's not built into the price, if you would like, you can obviously take advantage of not eating here. Yeah, you can pack a peanut butter and jelly like we did, and I suppose, but see the buffet, and then I highly recommend it. I mean, of course, I recommend the buffet, but the bus was comfortable. One question we had to get before taking it was like, is he gonna have air conditioning? Is it gonna be comfortable? Right, because we've been on some before that were not the most comfortable. Yeah, close. But this was very comfortable. It wasn't quite at the end, but it was close. Yeah. Yeah, I very think overall, I had no real expectations today. I'd read a few reviews on this company, but I think overall, this is one of the better tours we've ever taken. Highly recommend it to the point not only of Teotihuacan, but I know they Amigo Tours does tours all over Mexico. I feel comfortable in our communications with them. Yes, that's another thing that's been spot on to me. Easily recommending you to any of the tours, and hopefully that recommendation comes with some weight, and hopefully you guys trust us when we say things like this. I know Weta can over-exaggerate her enthusiasm. Well, she gets excited, but no, to finish off, I thought it was extremely fun, extremely unique, something I'll remember for the rest of my life, and I think it's a bucket list kind of place. I mean, it's really special. There's really nothing. There's just there's nothing to resemble this experience. No, but
You have to see the pyramids at Teotihuacan, amigos. Whether you have 1 day or 100, like what I said, it's a must-see. Thank you guys for joining in our adventure.
Yes.
We have a 360 video experience coming up for you, so you can fully experience Teotihuacan, or get as close as you can without actually being here. But thank you guys so much for tagging along with us. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, click the bell, that way you get notified
every single time
we upload a new video. And well, and I wanted to add a thing about the notifications. As we grow, which is great, it's becoming harder and harder to respond to all of the comments. So, but what has been happening mostly is we respond to the first comments. We'll jump on there within the first few hours and do our best to respond to those, and the next day, provided we're not doing anything crazy, then we can respond to some of the older comments. So we want to respond to all of them, but we can close to guarantee that if you do have those notifications turned on and you comment, that we can try our best to respond to your comments anyways.
Yeah, you can also reach out to us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, email.
And a new way coming up soon.
Coming soon.
We will see you guys when?
Manana.
Manana.
Oops.
Bye.
Beat you to the punch. Bye.